I apologize if the sound is a little bit awkward in this video. Something I think is actually wrong with the record feature and not necessarily my mic, but this is my second attempt at recording this because the last recording with a different mic was worse than I believe this one will be. So this video is covering factoring where you have an a greater than 1, so ax squared plus bx plus c, and it uses a method called bottoms up, which is extremely similar to the x method. It actually starts out entirely the same. It's in the factored format that things slightly change. So our two examples are 4x squared plus 16x plus 15 and 20x squared minus 7x minus 15. So the first step remains the same as you would do with any of the other types of factoring. We're going to start by writing our x. The top now is going to be a times c instead of just c, because a is now an actual number greater than 1. So 4 times 15 is 60. The bottom is still going to be b, that doesn't change, and that's 16. Now we want to find things that multiply to give you 60 and add to give you 16. You can do different factors of 60 to start off, so like 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, and 6 and 10. Pretty quickly you can tell that 6 and 10 is the one that we want, and that the rest will not actually work. So 6 plus 10 is 16, and 6 times 10 is 60. From here, you're going to start by writing your factors. Now, you need to understand that our top is a times c and not just c. So just writing x plus 6 times x plus 10 would be considered wrong. You can tell that pretty quickly by multiplying out just the f from FOIL, so foiling. If you do that, x times x is just x squared. That does not equal 4x squared, which comes from the original question. What we're going to do instead is we're going to alter the factoring process. Instead of just writing it as the x plus 6 and x plus 10, we're going to alter the 6 and the 10 by redividing out the a that we multiplied by. What do I mean? Well, our a is 4 in this given problem. So it's going to be x plus 6 divided by 4, divide out the a, and x plus 10 divided by 4, again dividing out the a. The next step is to simplify. So 6/4 reduces to 3 halves, and 10/4 reduces to 5 halves. Next is bottoms up. This is where the name comes from. What that means is you're going to take your denominator and bring it in front of the x within the same factor. So 2x plus 3. Do it again if you need to. And 2x plus 5. If we wanted to check this by foiling, first would be 2x times 2x, which is 4x squared. Outside is 2x times 5, which is 10x. Inside is 3 times 2x, so plus 6x. And last would be 3 times 5, which is 15. Simplify that. We'll get 4x squared plus 16x plus 15, and that checks. That's the same as the original question. So again, the things that we wanted to do was start by building our x as we normally would. The minor change is that at the top, instead of just c, it's a times c. Then find the factors that produce the same process, meaning it multiplies to give you the top, adds to give you the bottom. And then when you write your factors, you divide out that a that we had to multiply in. Simplify fractions as needed, and then bottoms up. So let's do one more. 2 times negative 15 is negative 30. Put the negative 7 on the bottom. Again, we want things that multiply to give you negative 30 and add to give you negative 7. That means that we will need one positive and one negative number. Since our addition needs to produce a negative, we know that the larger number is going to need to be negative to make that happen. So with negative 30, you could do the 2 and the 15, so negative 15 times a positive 2. You could do negative 10 times 3, and negative 6 times 5. So, and then 1 and 30. So negative 15 and 2 does not give you negative 7. Negative 6 and 5 also does not give you 7. But negative 10 plus 3 does. So once we've found the factors that work, we actually write the actual linear factors that we need for the factored form. Please do not forget that you need to divide back out our a, and our a was 2. So it's going to give us x minus 10 divided by 2 and x plus 3 divided by 2. If you have any fractions that are reducible, reduce those next. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, but 3 halves does not reduce. If you have any fractions left over after that, then bottoms up. So the 2 needs to pop up in front of your x. So 2x plus 3. From here, you're done. That's it. So the steps are pretty set out. You make your x, then you write the factors. Make sure you find the ones that that multiply to give you AC, that add to give you B. And then from there, you write your factors, remembering to divide out your A. Put different letters in B and C, so it's not too confusing. So we have D and R. So those are your factors, and then you have, divide out the A, and then bottoms up if necessary. So your 2 U tries are 3x squared minus 15x plus 4, and x squared plus 7x minus 3. Again, I apologize for the sound in the video, but there isn't really much that I can do about it. I will continue to tinker until I can find out what happened.